Hello and welcome to a new episode of Score Sheet. Happy Ramadan to all our dear viewers all over the world, and we hope that the 30 days of the holy month are going to go that smooth and filled with prosperity, with love, with peace, and to have all these positive emotions prevailing all over the world. Today it's going to be totally dedicated to basketball, to the world of giants. And who can speak with us about basketball here in Egypt except one of the experts? We do have one of the experts right here. So right after the short break, I'm going to be back with more, so stay tuned.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that.
Deep three.
I said so, I keep big bills up in my hood on the dirty like blood, so I got no twist in my head, but I'm still dreadful, and I got plenty of bread, so I go to bed full line. In it to win it, I'm all in. I might call you my cuz, young blood, but we ain't kin. You think of jumping, man, you best think again. The dirty, I'm the type of man that might go broke for revenge. Had some not so nice friends, kick the door off the hinge, take the door off your bins, pop up my four of your friends, man, please. This shit ain't cynical, man, no subliminal. I'm physical, financial, and mental to be a general. Hey, your mama claims she want a soldier, not the type be in the tank, but in that rover. Please, I'm in the zone like AIDS full blown. I'm killing it like a blind man reading. I'm feeling it like, oh yeah. Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. He think he got her when he knew he soft as butter. He ain't never been a fighter. You can go and ask his mother. I'm a lover and a fighter. Producer and a writer. Give your girl a quick fix and give your man a nice shiner. You know y'all don't really want it. And I can tell just by looking at you that you the type to run and go and tell just by looking at you. You on a mission for recognition by dissing. Didn't have no problem till the record started breaking. But y'all don't really want it. So let me tell you the deal. I'm also serious. I'm dirty. I'm no longer for real. I'm like a hop, skip, and a jump. A clock grip on the pump from leaving you in the trunk.
Welcome back. As I said, when it comes to basketball, we need an expert who is all the time having an eye on all who are playing this game and who fell in love with this game, I think, in a genetic mode. Well, I'm not going to speak that much about him because whenever we are going to go minute by minute into our episode, we are going to feel how much he is totally dedicated to this game. We are very much delighted and honored to have with us Mr. or Captain Waleed Abo Sreea. He is a player, a coach, an expert, a commentator. When it comes to basketball, he is everything. Wearing so many hats is that difficult, sir, but you are up to it. Thank you very much for being with us, Mr. Waleed.
I would like to thank you about that, and I would like to thank you for this introduction about me. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate to be with you usually all the time to speak about basketball.
Thank you
and
very
say
much,
happy
sir.
Ramadan to all the audience and all the people, and I hope that God accepts our prayers, all of us, all over the
Amen
world.
to that. Let's start immediately. And we do have a lot to speak about basketball here in Egypt. When it comes to basketball, recently there are a lot of controversial news and controversial discussions and visions regarding not only the players, not only the professionals, but also the coaches. How do you see basketball nowadays? we already qualified to the African competition. With the standard or the level of our players now, do you think that what we are watching is for the best interest of our national team, or there's a lot of homework to be done, sir?
Actually, I want to tell you something that the players are the same players, because not all court stars to be different from time to time, but this generation has a good skills, and they played in the World Cup before in 2014 with Coach Hamra Bulkhair, and he did his message and now transfer to Coach Ahmed Mari. Coach Ahmed Mari has a private, special philosophy about coaching, about training, about everything. He usually not depending about one star in the team or two stars in the team. It's only
It should
already
be all stars.
yes. It's only doing that in Ittihad club which is coach there. So it's easy to make it in national team. So national team has a lot of players now from Zamalek, Ahli, Ittihad, and all the clubs, even from Army, Ibrahim Hisham. But he usually depends about all the teamwork in defense and the teamwork in offense. So I believe that Coach Ahmed Mari will put a level of our team, national team, Egyptian team. I mean, a static level, not only to be in a games and the low level and the game and by luck in the we are in a high level, or depends about the league or the competition in African Cup or something. Now we are qualified after 2 rounds, one in Alexandria and one in Tunisia, and we are qualified with the first position, and the first position, this is a very good thing, especially that we did a good job and with the same level in front of all the teams. And can you imagine that we won against Morocco with 25 points difference?
Yeah.
And this is actually a good result about this.
But I think that I don't remember. Was it Uganda or what?
Uganda and
no,
Morocco.
Uganda already withdrew because of COVID-19.
Yes, but they delayed the game and they will play it in June.
Okay.
So they postponed the game. The FIBA say that they postponed the game till next of June, but they didn't
cancel it at all.
No, they didn't cancel
it.
it,
Was
and,
just a postponement.
and they will play the 3 games.
Yeah.
But they didn't mention yet till now where.
Okay.
So I believe that maybe.
These are things which are going to be decided by
Yeah, it's okay,
FIBA.
but I believe that maybe they will play it in Rwanda, because Rwanda will host the African Cup in July. So maybe from 15th of June till 30th of June, they will play these 3 games in Rwanda to be all the teams to be there.
Yeah.
Because they will invite all the 3 teams again to play against Uganda.
But sir, I'm going to ask one question,
Sure.
a yes or no question, before going into more details.
Okay.
All the time when we speak about the national team, it's totally different than a team. Meaning that a coach of a team,
Yes.
by the way, I am a big fan of Al-Ittihad of Alexandria when it comes to basket. Seed al-Balad is Seed al-Balad when it comes to basketball. But with all my respect, to be responsible for a team is not the same responsibility or the same mission or the same tactics or the same many things when it comes to the national team.
Yes.
Should Mari, with all my respect, shoulder this responsibility with the same vision, or he divided his mind? I mean, when he is responsible for Al-Ittihad, he has a way of dealing with the whole issue. And when he is responsible for the national team, the case is totally different. True?
Okay. Yes, sure. This is a totally different, but I mean, Coach Mari has 2 kinds of philosophy. The administration philosophy and the strategic philosophy for the teams, and this is totally the same, and the technical philosophy for him, and this will be different because he has more players, more stronger players in a national team than a team. I mean, the national team.
Are you sure of what you're talking about?
Yes, I believe.
Meaning that without our pros who are participating in many of our teams right now, the national team is stronger?
Sure, more stronger than Ittihad.
Yeah, no,
I believe, I say.
I'm not speaking about Ittihad in specific.
No, I speak about Coach Mari.
Yeah.
The difference between he's a coaching in Ittihad and he's a coaching of national team. So I believe it's more easy for him to be in a coach for national team because he has more stronger players than the Ittihad team.
I am with our national team.
It's okay. Yes, sure.
And
All of us.
I like, I adore how our national team is prevailing when it comes to the African level. But I want to go forward, not only the African level,
Sure,
but
sure.
I am
In
greedy
the World Cup, in
when it
Olympic
comes-
Games.
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
So, the coherence, the cohesion, the harmony among the players
Yes.
who are coming from so many teams and gathering under the leadership of Murray in the national team.
Yes.
To what extent do you think that they can harmonize together?
Yes, sure. I believe so. Murray is fair enough with all the players, and he can deal easily with the national team and will be more stronger.
You know, sir, why I'm asking this question? Because we do have gaps in age categories. Gaps
No,
in age
but not
categories.
now in Egyptian team.
Okay.
We'll find, يعني you can imagine that Murray didn't take Ismail Ahmed. Ismail Ahmed,
My age.
my age. No, you're still young. But I believe that Ismail Ahmed has.
With all my respect to the great veteran Ismail Ahmed.
Yes,
of
sure,
course.
sure.
Yes, sure.
But I mean, he didn't choose him not because he's a bad player. He's a good player. But I believe that his philosophy is the ages between Ihab Amin and Yusuf Shusha and he didn't join, he didn't take also Ibrahim Gamal. But I believe that so he tried to make a new generation.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Amr Gindi, maybe he's a captain of the team, but he didn't go to because he's injured. So something like that. So I believe
Dula
that he
also
tried.
still injured, I think.
Yes. And this is a big loss.
This is a big loss.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I believe that Murray tried to make a new generation to compete well in African Cup, and usually he think about the future and who is gonna play in the future. And if his strategy that he won, or from the 5 clubs that may be chosen from the African Cup who is going to the World Cup, he will make a new philosophy to go with the World Cup with the people, with the players who can
I do
got
remember well.
got a good benefit
Yeah.
for Egyptian team in the future.
This
so usually
guy,
he's working for the future.
And this guy gained our respect and our emotional support. You know, I do remember well after his mom died, he returned back just a few
Who is?
days after. Anyhow, let's go to the 4 big. Now,
Four big.
I'm not going to make priorities or to arrange, but let me say so. الجزيرة.
Yes.
الاتحاد.
Now you're speaking about the 4 big clubs, not the 4 big men.
No. 4 big clubs.
Okay.
الجزيرة، الاتحاد، الزمالك، الأهلي.
Gizira Zamalek. Ittihad
الجزيرة،
Al-Ahli.
الزمالك، الاتحاد، الأهلي. Okay. No, this is.
No, because the ranking now.
No, I'm not speaking about the ranking.
Okay.
I'm speaking about the big names.
Okay, sure.
By all means, الأهلي is number 4.
No.
No. I mean among those.
Among those, even in the history, but among those nowadays, no, Ahli is not in the
This
force.
was my question, sir. Do you
Okay,
think
sure.
that we do have now musical seats game? I mean, we can never predict who is going to be
Sure.
on top.
Sure, you will never, and this is the fun, the enjoyable of basketball.
This is my question. Why?
Why? Because the strong teams.
No. My question is, for example, you would find Al Ahli and Al Zamalek on the 6th of March, I think.
Yes.
It was a marathon
Yes, sure.
between Al Ahli and Al Zamalek, and it ended with a draw, and it continued for a 3rd and 4th extra time, and there was a gap of 20 points between Al Zamalek and Al Ahli, and then Al Ahli did it, and they grabbed the draw, and then they continued, and the match right after this, Al Ahli was defeated. So, are there ups and downs in the level of the players? They do not enjoy consistency, or what?
In basketball, you can never play or you can never keep the level of players or of the games, of the tempo during all the game. So usually the game is changing between minutes and minutes regarding the fitness, regarding the who is player in the court, regarding the rotation of the players, regarding the skills of the players in the court now. So maybe you can be leading, as you say, the 20 points, and the game before, I think also in 8th of March between Gezira and Ittihad. Gezira also was leading with 21 points, and in the third quarter and fourth quarter, and I was commentating for this game, for this I remember, and Ittihad was leading with 1 point and 3 points and came back to lose again. So this is the exciting of basketball. So you can never, because you can say that the winner of the game who is winning or who is leading 1 point in the last femto ثانية, last femto second. Yes, this is leading, this is who win the game.
Yeah.
But during the game, but 21 also is different, 21 points is big difference.
Yes.
So it's regarding also the decision of the coaches during the game, because the coach, he can take like from 80 to 100 decisions during the game. So the coach who is taking the more right decision from these 80, so he can win the game. Maybe you can say that the coach taking, who is gonna play now? The taller man or the short man? I'm gonna play now zone defense or man to man, or zone press, man to man press. So this is the decision who can take it during the game. And the other coach is taking, oh, this player is Rami is playing, so I have to bring Ahmed Ismail, I have to bring Anas Usama, something like that. So a lot of decisions.
Anas is in top form, may God bless him. But here, sir, I am also wearing the mask or wearing the glasses of...
For COVID-19? Or?
No, for Kirdawi. From Kirdawi watching Mar'i. For example, with all my respects...
Kirdani,
I'm sorry.
Kirdani, okay.
Kirdani and Matarawi, I'm sorry.
Okay, yes.
Kirdani wearing the mask of Mar'i.
Yes,
oh, I am now not reading the game. I'm reading the mind of the coach. Yes. And I know now that he is going to behave this way, to take this and to add the other. Okay, and this is the way I should react even before he does so.
Sure.
And because of this, I can win. So the good coach is not only reading the match, I mean the players, is reading also the mind of the rival, true or false. And if this was the reason behind the success of Al Gezira against Ittihad till the very last femto second, as you kindly mentioned.
Yes, that's really, I like your opinion, because this is a respectful opinion, because also the coaches can do that or do that already before the game. This is the part of the preparation of the game. When I say the lectures before the game, I say that Ittihad playing blah blah blah, I saying playing zone defense, I saying take care of Haitham Kamal because he's blah blah blah, something like that. So this is all the lecture usually from the coaches to other coaches. I know that maybe Kirdani didn't make a good job in zone defense, so I will play zone defense. Like this game which I told you, that Mara is starting with zone defense because he tried to make confusion to the other coach that he expects that I will play man to man. So this is the game and this is the decisions which I told you now.
Yeah. Right after the short break, we are going to turn back with more, so stay tuned.
Kind of form really means very little at this stage of qualification. Oh, another strong move. Arabi with the score. He had a big game against Uganda. Oh, and the finish with authority down low. Shua. And there's the pass inside. Egypt don't seem to have a structured way to break it. They're going to rely on their shooting, and Amin hits the three. Chihata, sorry, Abdel Latif there with the three. That's off target. Guerrera, oh, throws the lob, and the finish from Shua is thunderous. Face off against a 1-3-1 zone from Morocco. Shot goes up. Oh, Metwali hits the big shot, back-to-back threes to close out the quarter for Egypt. Narrowed things down greatly. Morocco's lead has gone from 7 to 1 in almost a 1-3-1 zone. Flexes down to a 3-2 at times, but it's mainly a 1-3-1 zone. Oh, and the big shot is good. Egypt open out a 5-point lead. Strong baseline drive. That's a great move. Into Mahmoud. Ducks under. Good play by Mahmoud. Here's a replay of Mahmoud. Look for him just to wait for the defender to change his body weight. Cross-court pass to El Hawa. That one's way too long. Mahmoud picks up the loose ball rebound. Abdul Halim. Easy reverse layup. Hands it off to Shua, who loses the handle, but recovers. Oh, what a rejection from Mahmoud. The second quarter, Abdul Halim to Mahmoud. Mahmoud drives inside, tough shot, it's going to get the roll. Abdul Halim, good ball movement into Amin, who hits the three, and Amin has had a great start to the game. Just as strong though, and enough to put Taylor off. Shot goes up, rebound. Al Makawi with the and one play. Shua between a 3-2 and a 1-3-1. More a 3-2 though. Abdul Halim ducks inside. Wali wide open for three. Drops his fourth three of the night. Is open. Goes strong but too heavy-handed. Oh, Egypt, wonderful move. They're going to get out and run. Amin with a wonderful behind the back. And a beautiful finish from Metwali. And Egypt are now in the penalty. Long outlet pass. And let's look straight away. Strong move and a wonderful play from Fulani. Draws another foul from Arabi. Shua jumps inside, has it knocked away, but it falls to Zahouni. Fades away. Arabi swats the pass, swats the shot away, sorry. Fulani now at the top, will drive down the throat of the lane. Drives inside El Hawa, and the score is going to be good for Fulani. And there's the finish just in time. You can see the clock. And wide open in the corner, Shusha, but he was ignored. Abdul Halim will hit the three instead. The attempted steal from Sakina was no good. Comes out, Shusha for three. Oh, that's a big shot. Shusha inside to Mahmoud with the spin move. Put it on the spin cycle there. Rains turn off. There's the spin move from Mahmoud. Wonderful pass by Shua to Fulani, and one. 42 to play. Egypt with a 21-point lead, getting close to that horrible word, insurmountable. Abdul Halim nails the three. On the bench, he's now hobbling down the bench. Going to try and see what they can do as we see Farag float to the basket for another two on the finger roll to secure 3 wins in that qualification window in February. Is a big ask from Morocco as Farag goes backdoor on the and one. Strong play and a nice finish to proceedings as well as the final buzzer sounds.
Welcome back. Sir, just before our break, we were speaking about the coaches and how the coaches should read not only the match, but they also should read each other's tactics.
Read the minds.
Read the minds of each other. But here, also, when it comes to a coach who is the master of the other coach, I mean the student and the teacher. This was and is the case with so many of our coaches nowadays. True or false? And if you consider this an advantage or a disadvantage?
This is advantage for the students.
Okay.
And disadvantage for the master or for the teacher, because you know that also Kardani. If you compare between Kardani and Coach Mara, is a big difference and big experience, and big leagues and big everything. So, but Kardani also was a player.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yes, was a player under Coach Marai. So
yes.
maybe he know his philosophy about pressure of man to man. So maybe it will be advantage for him to read his mind or to collect information, right information about him, to study him well, to prepare for the game. It will be difficult game for Coach Ahmed Marai.
Yeah.
Also between Coach Ashraf Tawfiq and Matarawi, because
and I'm going to go to Ashraf Tawfiq and Matarawi with all my respect to all. I'm not just giving them titles because they are big enough to speak about with only their names. Sir, with all my respect, I'm just here to represent the other side of the coin. I mean, this is not my vision.
No problem. You can ask whatever you want.
Yeah. When it comes to sports in general, all the time there are new schools.
Yes.
Sports now is a science, by all means.
Sure.
And there
But
are
not only the science.
Okay.
Science, experience from the courts, because no natural man can study basketball and be a coach. Maybe in football, Mourinho or something, he did play football or soccer or something, but in basketball, no. You have to play to feel the player,
Yes.
the sense to feel. So to give the right things. So you have to play.
But I mean, you should be updated all the time with
Sure,
all what's
sure,
new
sure.
to implement
But
it
there
on
is
the
some
ground.
basics. I
Yeah.
mean, there is
No,
some
the
basics
are
and
the basics.
science,
and
sure
science,
update.
or to the
Sure.
updates and all the time knowing what's new to implement it on the ground with the players. Who of our coaches right now are that much eager to do that on the ground?
To update?
Ah,
Okay.
yes.
Actually, it will be regarding for the chances. Kerdani last season did a good job with joining his Spanish team. So he has a good chance. If this is a chance also for Marai, for Ashraf Tawfiq, for Matara, for any coach for me, I will go to join this, to update myself. So Kerdani, with his communication with the peoples, with his friend, got this chance and joining the official team in the World Cup. And this is the big chance to update himself. So Kerdani did a good job in that. But I mean, he has to, and this is very important, to make this shop for the suitable things to his team. Not all the things, maybe it will be great for Gezira club. So maybe regarding the difference between the players here in Gezira
But
and
there
here in
are
Spain.
common things, sir.
Sure.
Because I'm not an expert, but when
You are
I
an expert now.
No, I'm not. But when I'm watching Al Jazeera and Al Ahli, for example,
Yes.
I feel that rotation, when it's not implemented on the ground, on the spot, then there's something wrong, which would end with the defeat of a team rather than the other.
Okay.
When the timeout is taken, when the coach should interfere and he should give some instructions to the players in this moment in specific, if this moment is just passing away, then this may be one of the reasons behind a defeat of a team. First, true or false, and second, if these are things which should be modified a minute even after another, not a day after the other.
This is what I told you from minutes ago now, that this is the difference between coach and coach, and this is from the decisions who are taken from the coach, because sometimes I'm losing with 10 points, but I believe in my team that maybe will compensate now the 10 points different. So I will not taking the time out. The other time or the other coaches, no, I will take time out, maybe something wrong in the beginning or the start in the game. So I will take time out now. So this is not in the science. For this, I told you, you have to play, because the sense of time out and the decision for time out, because you have only 3 time outs in the second half and 2 time outs in the first half. So you have to choose the time to taking the time out. This is different between coach and coach. Sometimes I am a coach, I need a time out, but maybe if I will take time out now, and the other coach has no time out because he's in or he's finished his time out, so that he will take some benefit. So I will not take it.
Yeah, okay.
So this is the difference. This is the small things, small details during the game. The coaches take it.
Yeah.
Take this decision. So this is the big difference between coach and coach, and this is, depends about the talent
And
of the coach.
tactics. Yeah.
Talent and tactic, and who's got the benefits from this time out now. We speak about, for example, the time out.
Yes, sure.
This is regarding also the old things.
Because these are points which already took my mind or took my eye when I was watching.
Yes.
Because I don't know why, and would you please correct me if I'm wrong?
Sure.
I feel that there is a psychological effect, which is sometimes more important than any other issue. Because we do have bad losers. I mean, some of our players are very bad losers. When they do lose with such a gap of points, they would lose hope and they would just continue with indifference, with let it go and that's it. We are not going
When the game is finished.
Yeah, when the game is going to finish.
Yes.
And there are others who are all the time fighting through the very last moment. How I can turn this one who is feeling indifferent to be a fighter?
This is, you speak about something, you say sometimes the psychological things is very important. Not sometimes, it's all the times. Very important. I'm sorry for that. But I speak about it's very important. Why? Because when you are coaching the team, you have to care about three things.
Yeah.
The psychology, the fitness, the skills, and the technical tactics. So this is very important to care about the same. The three things are the same.
Yeah.
So you have to care about. So the coach has to encourage the players, has usually to push them, to give them motivation about the game all the time. For this, usually you can find the coach of basketball usually in the line, in the box.
Yeah.
Not, he cannot stay like in the chair like football or something.
And they are all suffering
different.
high blood pressure.
Yes, sure.
Yes.
And usually give information, and usually give motivation, and usually in time out give something like that.
And calling
to
the
push them.
players by name.
Yes, sure.
Or by their number.
He can commentate the game from the court.
Yeah.
So the coach has a difficult mission during the court.
Also, some of the experts would say about Al Jazeera in specific that they are not under the pressure of Al Ahly and Al Zamalek.
Because the fans.
Yeah, and so they are playing just to enjoy themselves, just to have fun more than anything else. True or false?
False. Because, yes, I'm sorry, but true or false, it's
Yes.
the game. Yeah,
This is
so
what I
I'm
wanted
sorry,
to
I'm not
hear.
sorry for that.
No.
But I believe that Jazeera is playing for enjoying, yes, without pressure from the fans, yes, but they have a pressure from the administration because they paid a lot of money for this team. So I believe that they are playing to win. This is the pressure for the players. But without pressure of the fans, no problem. For this, they are enjoying for the games, okay, no pressure for that. So this is the one implement for the psychology for the players
So
and
it's
the
a
team.
push forward
It's
for
a
them.
push. It's a push, sure. It's a push. Other clubs, no. Other clubs now, other fans now want Al Ahly to try to change
Then
something.
we come to Ashraf Tawfiq.
Yes.
And
You are a supporting for Ahly?
I should
It's
not
not
say that in
allowed to
front of
say.
the camera, but it's okay. But I am a fan of Al Ittihad when it,
Okay.
I feel that these
So
episodes,
I can-
episodes, sir, should be totally dedicated to those who taught us how to love basketball. To the late great Riyad Sharara, the wonderful commentator,
Yes, sure.
and to Midhat Warda,
Sure.
to Amr Abu Khair, and to Said Salawa when it comes to Al Ahly, to
Said
Nadine these days, to Sabagh, to
Hisham Abo Sreea.
Hisham Abo Sreea, Hisham and Waleed Abo Sreea.
لا Hisham only.
Yeah, I mean there is a generation for
Yes.
the Egyptians who are icons when it comes to basketball.
Yes, sure.
And when we even speak, when we even say Sabagh,
Yes,
oh,
sure.
the old or the young, as we do with handball, for example.
Sure.
Oh, we do
Mamdouh
have
Hashim.
Awad, we do have Mamdouh Hashim, we do
Yes.
have Al-Naqib. Sir,
A lot of players.
A lot
Family
of players, and till the moment we want them to play once
Yes,
again,
sure,
as
sure,
if the age is not
Sure.
an obstacle on the way. But returning to Al Ahly and returning to Ashraf Tawfiq.
Okay.
Why? Because so many, not only the fans of Al Ahly, by the way, but also critics, also sports analysts, would say that enough is enough. Al Ahly needs another foreign coach who should shoulder this responsibility, as Zamalek did and brought Augusto, the Spanish, to shoulder the responsibility of the White Castle.
When?
True or false?
First things, false.
Okay.
Second things, when? You need to change now, during the competition, during the league, during the season. It's not allowed. And Ahly will not do it. I believe the administration in Ahly will not do it. Second thing, to speak about Ashraf Tawfiq, you need a book to write about him. Ashraf Tawfiq is a good coach. He's a great coach. From the coaches who is a great coaches in Egypt in all history. Why? Ashraf Tawfiq won 3 competition from 5 that Ahly did it. Ahly only won 5 Super League in Egyptian League. Ashraf Tawfiq won from them 3. And Captain Talat Gnedi won 1. And Tariq Khairi won 1. This is only the 5. So you need a book to speak about Ashraf Tawfiq. Nobody can speak about Ashraf Tawfiq. If you hear to the social media to change Coach Ashraf Tawfiq now, then you will fall down. Because the social media didn't understand what's going on in the court. This is not a popular game like soccer, like you can control, this team now is playing well or not. This is the basketball. This is taking the decision, as I told you, for psychology, for tactics, and for everything, for choosing the players, for choosing the team. No. And Ashraf Tawfiq now, when you speak about him, I'm not defending about him. I'm supporting for Zamalek.
Okay.
And I was a player for Zamalek. But I speak with the
And I'm a fan of
fair.
Ittihad.
Yes, okay. And also I like Ittihad. But
Yeah.
I speak with fair enough about Ashraf Tawfiq.
Yeah.
Ashraf Tawfiq has 5 players injured. For this, the result is not going well now. Because Ashraf Tawfiq has Ihab Amin injured, Omar Tariq injured, Ahmed Muhib injured, Ahmed Hamdi injured, Abdel Fadil injured, and he play without these 5 players who can take 5 positions from 12 players. So it's not fair now to speak about Ashraf Tawfiq. Speak about the situations. And now, after Omar Tariq playing game in Zamalek, he injured again.
Yep.
So this is the
This
problem.
was what I wanted to say about Omar Tariq in specific. I don't know what's going on with him with injuries, and I don't know whose fault is that. Is it the fitness coach, so many burdens and loads, so he cannot cope, or the exhaustion of playing so many matches just in such a very close periods of time between a match and the other? I don't know.
Actually, we cannot judge about that because we don't know actually the injuries, how measure it. But we speak about Ashraf Tawfiq. Don't speak now about Ashraf Tawfiq. Speak about Ashraf Tawfiq when his team is full. Then you speak about Ashraf Tawfiq, because you cannot compensate Ashraf Tawfiq now. If you like to change him, you're gonna lose, but change him in the end of the season, and you will see. As I expect
My
during
question is,
I expect during my commentating, I said the final games in the final games in the 3 competitions will be between Ittihad and Ahli.
does Al Ahli need a foreign coach? This is a question which I'm going to take its answer like after the short break.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah. Here comes the.
Welcome back. A foreign coach and Al Ahli.
No,
Why?
because Ashraf Tawfiq is enough.
And he should continue?
Yes, sure.
You know, others, also the other side of the coin, would say that maybe he is such a great coach, but not suitable for Al Ahli. He may be suitable for other.
Why he wasn't suitable for Al Ahli last years? Why? It's the same.
Sir, Jurgen Klopp, with all what we do have of good emotions regarding him and towards the trophies he enjoyed with Liverpool, but in that season you would say that he introduced everything he has for Liverpool, and it's time to have a change. And this does not mean that Liverpool is bad as a team or Jurgen Klopp is bad, but they cannot continue with the same philosophy or the same tactics or whatever for a second season, for another season. Can I implement that on Ashraf Tawfiq or Al Ahli?
Yes, okay, but not now. I mean, in the end of the season. But you cannot now.
And I'm speaking about the end of the season.
The end of the season. If you like to change regarding the results of the leagues, it's okay. But I believe that maybe he will win also. Then he can continue. But let's make assessment for him in the end of the season regarding the 3 competitions, the 3 leagues, the Super League, the Cup, and all the other leagues. And we can make an assessment for him. And if you like, then he can go, no problem.
Then El Zamalek took the right decision to brought Augusti, the Spanish, or El Zamalek's story was different than Al Ahli?
Zamalek's story was different because the players didn't convince about the previous team of coaches. And for this, they make a bad things like they are stopping for practices. and for this the administration, and also was some problems in administration.
Yeah.
For this
some
they
managerial
changed.
problems, unfortunately, they
Yes.
were
Yes.
reflected on the
teams.
the team. But I mean, here I'm speaking about the tactical issues, the technical and tactical issues.
He's
the
a good
Spanish
coach.
did great with Al Zamalek since he took his position or shouldered
Yes.
this responsibility. I think it was in the first week of December, something like
Yes,
this,
yes,
meaning that
yes.
less than 5 months right now.
Yes.
And so we are speaking about someone who came with no idea about the White Castle, and he brought out of them the best they have.
Yes.
Why? And why this cannot be implemented as another experience in other teams as Al Ahly by the end of the season?
It's okay. Augusti is a good trainer. First, in the beginning, is a good trainer. He's doing a good job in the practice, and he's working with the players individually, and he's doing a good job in the Malik club. Okay, so this is reflecting for his level of playing, and he got a good help, a good assistant, like come back for the level, a good level for Walter Hodge. He wasn't play like that with a previous team, previous coach. Second things, Mohab Yasser is a right from Senegal. Was in NBA Junior Academy. So he came back. So some assistants came to him. So he's doing a good job in practices, and this is reflecting to the games. But let us monitor him during the coaching. Because when you see the game when you say it in 6th of March, the game between Ahly and Zamalek, and was leading with 19 points, and I cannot control this game to the end, and I can make equal game and 95-95, and then losing in extra time, and the first leading
112 to 106.
Yes.
Yeah.
And first leading was Ahly was 104, 103. This is the first lead to Ahly during the game in the extra time. So that means maybe we
yes
can.
or no question.
We can make.
You didn't mention that. The footwork of the Zamalek players, is it the same with Augusti?
No, it's different.
This is exactly what I wanted to hear, and then would you please elaborate?
Yes, sure. Sure, it's different, and this is the skills also. This is not the level of the players who was playing before. He is a good trainer, and this is a big difference.
What do we need more rather than a good trainer, sir?
No, wait.
Okay.
Maybe you can be a good trainer, but not a good coach. This is big difference. And maybe you cannot be a
what
good
our players need?
Need both.
Okay.
Need a trainer, a good trainer, and need a good decision during the game. Because if you are a good trainer and making the Zamalek team is a good, I didn't speak about Augusti that he is a bad coach. To not misunderstand me.
Yeah.
But I speak about maybe you are a good trainer and doing good and reflect that in the court with all the skills, and because you are a bad coach, you can lose a game. So this is a big difference. So this is not important, but maybe I'm a good coach, but not I'm a good trainer, but I can take the right decision, and maybe you can win the game, like Coach Adel Sabri. But he's also a good trainer, but I mean, more great in good coaching.
And physical.
Yes.
But why I'm asking this question in specific about the Zamalek, because I don't know why I felt all the time that the Zamalek are very skillful, are very talented, but they only needed someone who would turn their physique from a stage to the other, from a level to the other.
He's doing
when
that.
they do the footwork, when they do the
skills,
mental fitness,
okay.
in addition
the
to the physical fitness and good tactics, they cannot be defeated. I mean, this is something.
But they lost.
Yeah, great, because of being not as good when he's considered a coach as a trainer, but when he adds to them, yes, sure. These skills. I think this can take them from a level to another.
Yes, sure.
True.
Sure.
So
True.
Should he has assistance from Egypt? I mean, he should be assisted by Egyptians who would know how to deal with the others, with the players. I mean,
in Zamalek.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Now this true, because Augusti doing a good job in the practices, but also he's a good coach. But I mean, maybe we will monitor him.
We will
discover.
See.
We will see.
Tomorrow
exactly.
is another day.
Yes.
But I'd like you, sir, to give me your expectations about the coming period. Zamalek, Ittihad, Gezira, Al Ahly. which team of those is going to be all the time modifying itself to achieve more success, to grab titles, at least to move forward, whether in national or continental competition?
If Ahli was fully team, Ittihad, when the Ittihad is fully team with Dula,
Yeah.
so I believe that Ittihad Ahli will play the finals
Okay.
the same. Gezira is doing a good job, but I don't know they will continue or
The
not.
same way or no?
So, but I believe Ittihad and Ahli, maybe they will play the 3 finals. They played one,
Yeah.
but maybe. But so Ittihad, Ahli, Gezira, Zamalek.
Yeah. How do
Can you
see-
imagine? Even that we speak about Zamalek
Yeah.
too much,
Yep.
but maybe Zamalek will be in fourth
Maybe.
position. I don't
So
know.
let's have a quick look, or to have a quick vision regarding the professionals we do have, and to what extent the professionals are doing a job or a big job in promoting the level of any team they are participating with. I'm going to start with Alex, of course, of Al Ahli. 38 points in one game.
In one game.
It's not something easy, and I think that
It's a chaos to the other teams.
yes. So how we can evaluate the participation of
the
professionals?
Okay, Alex Young is a good player. He's playing. He loves the country. He loves Egypt. He named his daughter with
Cairo.
Cairo. Okay,
Yeah.
so now he's the father of Cairo.
Yeah.
So he playing with enjoying the games. So 38 points is a game. This is too much. So Alex Young is a good player. I respect 3 professional players in the Egyptian league. Alex Young, Walter Hodge, and you can make a comparison between Walter Hodge and Terrell Stogland the last season in attitude and his level and everything and his defense and everything. Then Walter Hodge will win about that. And the third one is James Justice.
Yeah.
From
Justice,
Gezira.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Of Gezira.
Yes, he's,
Yeah,
a,
okay.
he's a good
Justice is amazing. Yeah.
He's amazing and he's continue doing and playing in the right way, in
Yeah.
the straight way, in the right lane. Because you know that he was a player in the national team of United States, of junior teams, who came to play in the World Cup here in Egypt.
Yep.
So he's a real professional. Play, only play. Scored, only scored. Play a good defense. He's great professional.
Yeah.
So these 3 players, which is more privileged than others.
Yeah.
The other is okay, like the Egyptian players. Maybe you can make a good contract with Egyptian players, who will be better than the other professional players. But these 3 players are different.
They are different, and I should say here that Alex Young, when the COVID-19 caused the lockdown, he said that I'm going to
Yes.
partially just leave Al Ahli because we do not play, so you should not be paying me my
Yes.
my
Exactly.
money, my wage, and I'm going to turn back to America. And when the lockdown is over, I'm going to turn back to Egypt and to have another contract with Al Ahli with the same sums of money. And this is exactly what he's done. And this is something which I think is going to be all the time taken into consideration, because this means a lot, and this means to what extent this pro is considering Al Ahli as his own team.
Yes.
It's not a matter of being of the same nationality. It's not being a matter of a team which I was brought up in. It's a team. It's a sense of belonging, which is proved on the ground by deeds, not only words. Well, Thoraya or Ashen?
Soraya is a good player.
Yeah.
Ayaz Shami is a good player also.
Yeah.
It's difficult to compare between them now.
Why?
But it's okay. Soraya has a good experience more than Aya. So I believe that Soraya.
Yeah. Okay.
You also?
Yep.
Is your opinion?
Okay.
Or it's not allowed?
I do love Aya, of course, but Thoraya is the Cleopatra of our
Yes.
basketball. And taking you, sir, to what our players are doing outside in the American universities. Mayar, for example, and before that Nadine Salawi before returning back. I mean, we do have a lot of names which I think when they do return back, we are going to enjoy them in our teams. How do you see these experiences, and how do you see their impact, positive impact, inshallah, when they do return back, if they are going to return back and to join our teams here?
Inshallah, they will return back, and they are doing a good job there. And we have also other names,
Yes,
not
sure.
only Nadine, not only Mayar, but we have also Ranim El Giddawi, Ranim El Giddawi, and Miral Ashraf.
Yeah.
And Miral Ashraf.
Yeah.
And these also are good players, and they are, when they're coming back, they will reach.
I don't know his name. Abdurrahman Abdel Nader or Abdurrahman Nader?
Abdurrahman Nader, Abdel Nader.
Abdel Nader.
Yes, but this is only, but he didn't play with national team, and maybe we will ask him about that
Inshallah.
in the World Cup maybe, or in the final African Cup maybe in Rwanda, because we are qualified now, but let's do it step by step.
Yes, sure.
But regarding the girls, they will reach the Super League here, especially now that the media focus now for the girls is going well. So I believe that will be a good Super League for ladies.
Sir, since you are one of those genetically lovers of basketball, is it genetic? I mean, when it comes to many of our players, you would find two brothers, two siblings, a father and a daughter. I mean, something like this.
This is all over the world.
All over the world.
All over the world, because you know, regarding the raising of the child, he find his father is playing basketball, so he come to the court to play. So he try to make, even catch the ball, something like that. So he love basketball. For this now, even in NBA, you can find the names of the players with the name and JR. That means that this is the son.
Junior.
A junior of the son of the father of something, of playing or something. So this is even James Justice, he find Justice JR. That means his father is playing also. I played and my son playing, and we were here before. Karim, yes. Yeah. So I believe that this is and this is also in blood, basketball in blood. You can.
You know, sir, why I'm asking this question? Because basketball is very exhausting. I mean, it would take you out of any other thing. And you would sacrifice your social life, hanging out with others, having vacations, everything for the sake of a session of training.
Sometimes you sacrifice with work, even with your work or something, to play basketball, or to be a coach here.
Yeah.
To try to making this because you are enjoying with basketball. That even that it's exhausted, so I enjoy with basketball.
Yeah. I also do, and I really enjoy.
Even that you are enjoying when you see the game.
Yes.
It's okay?
Yep.
So can you imagine the player or the coach or the referee of the game?
Sir,
so he's enjoying also.
In the very first moment we've seen Samir Gouda, for example, just about 20 years ago or something, when he just having this dunk, I mean, I would feel, oh, now we have giants.
Yes.
And as if I am the one who is just having this.
He's a very kind man.
Yes, he is. All giants are kind, by the way.
Yes.
Well, sir, I really enjoyed my time.
Really, me too.
And inshallah, I hope that we are going to leave you, sir, but with a promise to see you in more episodes of our program. Happy Ramadan once again.
Thank you, and happy Ramadan for you and all the audience.
Well, Captain Waleed Abo Sreea, our expert in basketball, you are all the time and added value to our program. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
And by this, we come to the end of this episode of Score Sheet. We'll meet again same time on Nile TV International. Many thanks for watching. With all my love, this was Nirmeen Abdurrahman.